Hi everyone, Natasha here, and around my home today I am in the kitchen for day number 4 of our 10-day clutter clearing challenge. So that means today is July 4th. So happy Independence Day for all of my fellow Americans, and I hope you're all enjoying the day, spending it with family, hopefully, or friends, doing what you want, but I hope it's a safe, healthy, and happy one for all of us. So I actually had to work today, so I'm home from work now in the afternoon. It is, 4:30. My daughter and my husband were off, so they got to go do a nice bike ride with some family, and my daughter played with her cousins while my husband rode bikes. So they had a great day. They're resting, and I rested for a little bit too when I got home, but now I want to tackle the next phase of our clutter clearing challenge. So today is day 4 of the challenge, and Denise Lynn's instructions are to work on your kitchen. So as before, she reminds us to just close your eyes, relax in the space, and think about what part of the space would feel the most impactful to do clutter clearing in, and also then to use that as part of your intention setting process to set an intention for your clutter clearing process. So in doing that for myself, and also just a few notes that she mentions, which I thought were interesting, is that the kitchen reflects health, vitality, prosperity, and what you desire to manifest in your life. So thinking about that, in our kitchen, it's a beautiful kitchen. I love it. We own a home that was built in 1921. We did not do the major renovation project that was needed to upgrade everything. That was the family prior to us. We are the third owners, and they did a great job on the kitchen. I actually know the man who did the design work for them, and so there are a lot of finishes in here that I love. I would have picked myself if it was me doing it, so that feels great. And one of my favorite parts about the kitchen is the pantry, which is the door behind me there, and it is original to the kitchen. They have added some shelving to the original shelves that were there. I love it. If I had to design a pantry, this is about what I would do. It's, for the age of the home, I think it's just wonderful. And I've lived in newer homes with much smaller pantries. I'm not sure why that is, but to me, I think this is ideal. So let's take a look and see what we have in there. And this is kind of a double-sided coin for me because I love it. It stores a lot. I also neglect it sometimes, which then makes it overwhelming and it's no longer functioning well for me. So we're at that point again. It happens often. All right, so here we are. I'm gonna try and step out of the way. So let me just give you a quick tour basically. So keep all of my aprons there, and typically, okay, very top shelf right here, that is all of my cookbooks. I've recently decluttered those within the last 6 months. I feel good about that. Baking supplies, that seems to be working. Probably has some room for improvement, but overall I think it's not the most needed place to declutter. Spices, I've done a spice declutter sometime within the last 6 months. I think it was part of my 30 bags in 30 days declutter challenge. And it's basically, it's not where I want it to be. It's sort of working, parts of it aren't working, but I'm not sure if today's the day to tackle that. But it is on my list of something that I would like to get cleared up. And basically, as we go down, it gets more chaotic. Can I blame it on the fact that I'm 5'9" and it's things below my eye level? Probably not, but it sounds good. And then the back part, it's kind of the same way. This was originally like an extension of the baking and dry goods shelf, as was this. They've kind of gotten just mixed up and things need to be cleared out. Then this shelf here was where I keep, or is where I keep some of my baking supplies, as well as dry goods and produce like onions and potatoes, and then we have our bread boxes there as well. And then as we go down, let's see if I can show that to you. So yeah, see, it gets messier and messier the more we pan down. So I keep a lot of our larger appliances like I have extra coffee carafes, my crock pots are all right here, my rice maker. There's a grill, George Foreman grill right there. So, you know, in some ways that's good to have the space to store it, but at the same time, I also feel like I run out of space. So that tells me I just have too much stuff in here. So I'm not sure what of that will get decluttered, but we'll see. And then if I can swing you around here, whoop. So this, basically this inside little shelf area here, that is the newer part that was added. So all those wooden shelves are the original. These wire shelves here are what was added, and it's typically been for canned goods and jars of food products, that kind of thing. And again, if it just sits too long, it gets neglected, and I'm trying to show you that a little bit more. And then as I go down, like this is where it's real bad. So this was supposed to be snacks for my daughter, but I am bad about just going through and purging periodically. You know, there just will be a little bit left and I don't get in there and clean it out. So today I think that's where I'm going to start, is down in that corner and maybe work my way up. Enough talking. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes, and as you remember, Denise Lynn recommends spending half of your time decluttering and the other half of your time putting away. So if I'm setting my timer for 10 minutes, that means 10 minutes to declutter and then another 10 minutes to clean up and put away. So let's see what we can get done. And I may, yeah, hold on, I'm gonna reposition. Okay, I think I have a set where you can see and I can see and we can both see what's going on. So, all right, I have 2 tubs. I'm going to start with 1 and 2, and I'm going to just start with what I know we're going to keep and I need to maybe clean up or do something with, and what I think we can get rid of. And I'm just going to start at the very bottom. Cereal is a keep, so that'll go there. Okay. Empty container. I don't think we need that anymore, and it does recycle, so I can get rid of that. This is all we have left of these, so I think they're fine to keep, but whoops, smaller container would be good. All right, goldfish are a keep. Haha, my keep pile is quickly overflowing. Pretzels are a keep. Let's see, what else is in here? Frosted, okay, Pop-Tarts are a keep. They're fairly new. These crackers, I think, are good. They smell good. Those are a keep, but we might need to find a different container for those. Okay, tiny bit of pretzels. I think we can get rid of those. I don't know that we need these. We've got some random fruit snacks. Okay, those are fine. We'll put those, they just need to all go in the snack area. I don't think we need that. We just have enough candy, you know. And then this is a melted kiss with a no longer flat bottom. No comments on that, right? Okay, empty basket. I'm going to add that to my keep pile. All right, bag, that goes in the bag collection. Another bag that could get tossed. This is a clip. All right, this is for wine. We have some wineries near us, and a friend left this here, and I kept it thinking if someone needed it when they were drinking wine out on our deck, but I need to find a better place for it. All right, then in the very back there, those are just my egg cartons that need to go back to the egg farmer where we get our eggs. Underneath of that are a collection of bags. And let's see. All right. So, okay. Egg cartons are fine, but they'll stay stacked. There we go. The collection of bags is too bulky, so I need to fold those down or store them somewhere else. They're larger bags that are good for like the kitchen trash can or even bigger, bulkier items. So I don't know. We'll see about those. I'm just gonna keep going around. These are brand new. Those are a keep. These are good. Those are a keep. We've got a collection of snacks. They are good. They're a keep, but I think they could either be stored somewhere else or I don't know. They're on the floor. I don't like them being on the floor. So, moving on. Snack packs are fine. This is all that's left of those. That's fine. I don't think she's going to eat this anymore, so I can clean that out. More crackers. They need to go with the other crackers. And another fruit pouch. That's fine. These I can get rid of. These were homemade something or others. I think they're good to be composted. I don't think we need to keep this. I think it was an Easter treat. All right, so what's in here now? Some honey sticks from the local orchard and apiary. What's in here? Crackers. I don't know. I think the crackers might be stale. Let's see. No, they're okay. All right. You can keep those. More cracker snacks. More fruit snacks. Applesauce. I think I need to put those in the fridge. I like mine cold. What's this? Cranberries or raisins? Raisins. And I'm pretty sure my daughter doesn't like raisins, so I probably should just put those with the baking supplies. I think this was a preschool project. What else is in here? More fruit snacks. I don't think we need those. This came off of some scoops for muffin batter. I don't think I need those. I'm not sure if I need this container. Okay, and then we have, I don't think we need that either. Too much sugar. These are all like leftover candies from various events and birthday parties and help. I never know what to do with these things. Oh, this was a bracelet. It's really cute, but I'm pretty sure we have more of those. I think they go, I think I have a craft bin. That's where it should go. Okay. Now, this has mostly breakfast bars, but also a few treats. So I think that the bin itself just needs to be gone through because there's random candy, but then there's breakfast bars. So let's go through that. All right, that's one shelf emptied. I'm going to do one more shelf. These are good. I just need to maybe find somewhere else to put them. Okay. Pretty sure no one's going to eat those anymore. This is still good. They just need to go with the box of Pop-Tarts. What else? These are still good. Okay, we've got quite a few more fruit pouches, which I think we got intending to use them for smoothies. I don't know. My daughter's 5, so they're a little, you know, who knows? You can eat them at any age, but okay, these are peanuts no one's gonna eat. And I think there's one of those left, so we can get rid of that. Okay, there's my time. Hold on, let me go turn off the timer. Okay, so just to quickly show you, I've emptied this shelf except for, this is our little game we play sometimes. So there's just pieces of paper in there with a number written on them, I think up to 10. And then we will occasionally like write a list of things we need to do. She picks a number out, we do that. I use it too, it works good for me. That's a little fly lady trick. I'm gonna go ahead and set my timer for the 10 minutes to put things away. So anyway, this is empty, and I would like to get this free of snacks because it's supposed to be kind of like our junk drawer with things like tape and scissors. These are magnets, but I don't like that giant bag of those. pens and markers and all of that. Okay, so I'm putting the snacks over here in my snack bin. Now, let me see what I can do to clean things up and put them back on the shelf. Okay, I am back. It has been, I think an hour and a half. The timer kept going off. I was resetting it every 10 minutes, then I just gave up. But it's because I got on a roll and it needed to be done. It was long overdue. So let me show you where I'm at. There is more to be done on the upper portion, but I feel much better about this area here. So essentially what I've done is to decant a lot of the snacks into jars. So you can see that's all different kinds of snacks there for my daughter, and these are basically just all open containers that were a little bit left, and you know, it's still enough to eat and they were still good. So by doing this, it just looks neater and cleaner, and she can see what she has, because when they're in the container, or you know, the bag that they come in, it's harder to know how much is in there and all that. Anyway, so that's better. I even worked on this shelf a little bit and cleaned that up. I did the floor as well, so maybe let me step back and I'll get out of the way and show you the rest. Okay, so here is an overall look. As you can see, the floor is much more visible, which is great. I realized I had this container, which works great for, you know, the old plastic grocery shopping bags. I was folding some up and keeping them in a small drawer by the kitchen sink, because we keep our trash container under the kitchen sink. So every time we empty it, there's, you know, it's easy to grab some there, but someone gave me a whole bunch. So this container is now hanging there to hold those. And then I have my 3 hooks here for aprons, which is working just fine. So going down here, you can see we have basically lots of different snacks across here, and more there with the Pop-Tarts there on the end. And then this shelf, again, snacks, pretzels, goldfish, all that. A few different little odds and ends at the back of that shelf, but now these are more nuts and snacks that my husband and I would eat. And this was another shelf I just kind of cleaned up and got rid of stuff that didn't need to be there. There were a few plastic containers, and I realized it looks neater and cleaner to the eye when there are all glass containers, plus you can see what's in them. So I swapped everything out for some sort of a glass or clear container. Tidied up that shelf, which just houses, well, the very end, these are the big kitchen trash bags, which we don't use because our trash container is much smaller than that. So I have some on hand for random things, but I don't use them very often. And then these 3 jars are just those plastic reusable food covers that have elastic around them. That's kind of self-explanatory up there and on up. But anyway, so just kind of panning down, this all looks much, much better. I did not work on, basically from here on up, I didn't really work on anything, and the rest of the pantry, there's still a lot to work on, but just having the floor clear now, and I just have my extra, you know, my coffee maker stays on there because I don't use the big one, except maybe on the weekends. During the week I just do a French press or something smaller. And then I have a few extra carafes. I have an extra mixer, which I know sounds crazy, but I occasionally do make up quadruple batches of things, and I have to, and they work, so I'm keeping that. That's a project for another day, but I just keep my distilled water here for the mop, and my essential oil diffuser that holds up a window if I decide I want to do that, because we have old windows and they don't stay up, and obviously a fire extinguisher. So definitely feeling much better about things. I'll flip back around so you can see me. Okay, so that wraps up day 4 of the 10-day Clutter Clearing Challenge. Thank you for joining me and hanging in there. I'm not sure if you were cleaning or clutter clearing along with me, but this, I think, will be about a 10 or 15 minute video. So here's your warning. Time's almost up, but in the meantime, I am definitely thrilled with the pantry. Like I mentioned, there's more to do, but I feel like what's left now I can do in small chunks, you know, just work on like one shelf at a time, here and there, 10 or 15 minutes. And the hard part, I think, was just getting through all those snacks and containers and stuff on the floor, and I was putting it off and shoving things in and putting it off and shoving more stuff in, and now it's actually clean and neat enough to where I want to keep it that way and improve the last parts that need some improving. So another great clutter clearing day for me. I'm glad I did it, even though I was kind of tired from working all day. This has definitely re-energized me, so that is a nice benefit to finally getting started. And we'll be back tomorrow with more clutter clearing, and I hope you have a great rest of your 4th of July here in the US, and I will see you then. Don't forget to subscribe down below so you don't miss each video as it comes up, and I will see you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.